Hello, people. Welcome to another edition of Friday Night Knives here on A Dose of Drew. Something exclusive came my way. I wasn't going to do the unboxing, but I think this is a good opportunity to shine a light on something that may or may not be good in some people's eyes. I like it, but not everyone may agree. And that's because this is, for those of you who got a quick look, this is a Mordax. Now, this is probably my favorite part so far. I hadn't opened this yet. As you can see, it still has the factory sticker, but this is something this is going to be a whole different thing. I was going to talk about how this one says black, which would have been all right. Quite honestly, black would have been fine. I did order the blue, but I got it in a black box. So, yeah, there's that. But what I was going to say is I was fine with the substitution because the blue sold out fast. And if they would have sent me a black one instead of a blue one, it would have been fine. Oh. But now we get to talk about something else because they did send me a blue one. It just says black on the box. That's not black. But I do want to bring something up because this is something I really like about Protex anodization. They're black as far as my... Oh, man. Oh, that's... dead center. That's actually really nice action, you guys. That was enough to shut me up for a second. It's a little bit... Got to break in a little bit on the drop, or maybe even just make it a little bit lubricated. But it is S45VN, one of the best steels out there. Magna Cut is all the rage for good reason, but it is still one of the best out there. But here's what I want to bring up. I have another Protec, but prior to getting my other Protec in blue, I thought Kershaw's blue, which is still really nice. I don't even know. This was my favorite aluminum blue anodization. It really was. It's got a brightness to it, a little bit of metallic, beautiful color. There is just a little bit more sheen and metallicness to the anodization of the Protec. I don't know what they do that's different. It's slightly deeper blue. It's got a slightly darker hue to it, and it has a bit more metallic look to it. Absolutely my favorite color on any aluminum anodization ever is Protex blue. For some people that might not be a big deal, but when you look at something like, you get, I don't mind the Kershaw, but there is something, if you look right there, if you don't see them right next to each other, it might be hard to see, but when you see them right next to each other, there's just you can see these are almost exactly the same shade, but there's a depth to that blue on the Protec that's just freaking incredible. And it's beautiful. And this thing, man, it's not quite drop shutty. It's very linear in its action, right? But so snappy. Oh, with the wrist flick. Choil is just the right size. Blade thickness is great. Secondary bevel is very even. It's a little bit thicker on this side than this one. Let's see if I can't. Hold on a sec. It's hard to tell if that's just ever so slightly off center or there's a difference in the angles, but we're talking something like that's like tenths of a millimeter here. So yeah, it's like hundredths of an inch maybe. No milling out, so this is just all solid aluminum scales. Man. That interestingly, a relatively small pivot screw from the looks of it, but that doesn't mean much about the rest. So clean. So clean. My goodness, that's just hidden lanyard. This is just so ridiculously clean on its It's got one screw on the back that goes all the way through, and the rest of it is just so clean on the face. Anyway, wanted to share that with you guys. That right there is the ProTech Mordax. Gave me a black box. I was all ready to talk about how the black was going to be okay, but now I got to talk about just how beautiful that blue anodization is, because it really is probably, I haven't seen them all, but so far this is, in my opinion, the best anodization and the best blue in the business. It really is quite amazing the depth of color they're able to get, and there's almost a chatoyance to that sparkle. Really, really cool. Glad to share that with you guys. I hope you guys like this. Hopefully there's some more. This is, by the way, a Blade HQ exclusive. If there's any left, good luck. Have a good night. Oh, better, I can't just say have a good night. What was I doing? You guys, go ahead, take this video, watch it twice, comment as much as you like, be mindful of side effects. Remember to like and subscribe. This has been your dose of Drew. I am said Drew. You guys have a great rest of your night.